We're watching Paul Fope. I'm going to put a link in here. If anyone only quicker way of posting links. See, I've been following a bit of about the we watched a bit of Danny Christie, a bit of Paul Fope and Tommy Robinson. If there was ever a time, see, if this had happened when I was in England, and I feel sad because I'm 20 years too late. It's 24 years too late for me. Right, Michelle, see, I would have thrived at this opportunity to stand up. The problem is back then there was no momentum back then, none whatsoever. I don't think it was BNP at the most. Even Tommy Robinson didn't exist before I left. I mean, he existed, but not his EDL or any political movement, nothing. So there's going to be a big thing in London tonight, from what I've seen. I reckon about 5,000 people are going. Tempers are high at the moment. You know, I want to give this. Look, I'm still. Forget what you think of me. Morning, Michelle. Afternoon. Forget what you think about me and my circumstances or where I am. In the day, I'm a British national and I care about England, all right? I care about my ancestors. I care about the future, my future children, grandchildren, which are still solid to stay in England, and nephews and nieces and whatnot. So, you know, I'm still British, and who knows, maybe I might come back one day and try and do some, you know, make my presence known for this, because something's bigger than ourselves. You know, our country is what the fuck is everything. I think people need to at this point in time, people need to stop their bickering, their internal disputes, and look at the focus on the main goal. There's people out there with some quite big channels and stuff like that with a lot of numbers. I know that they're watching them because of the stuff that they do, which isn't to do with politics and stuff like that. But most of us, I've seen on this circle of YouTube, most of us agree something needs to be done. Whether it be in some people that have got these big channels, they can keep pushing the message out. They're pushing the message, pushing. That Paul Fope, you go watch his channel. He's put a lot of time into this, a lot, and he does actually have a plan. They do actually have a game plan. I haven't really investigated it much, but he's got a big following on YouTube, big following all over the place. You know, he was, you know, just to get a comment in the chat. You know, he had like 5,000-6,000 people when he was live a few hours ago. He's put his heart and soul into this, and he said that they do have a plan. They do have a strategic plan. So if you go over and give him a sub and follow him and watch him and even donate, because the money that he uses goes into the cause. I mean, you can't fight win a war or fight a war if you're underfunded. It's impossible. You know, maybe just for like a week or so, or 48 hours, people put some time into promoting this. You know, it's well established now. Tommy Robinson is not some racist activist. You know, whether you're from Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, you know, we are being under attack, and it's not just by the boats. It's our own, you know, system which is turning against us, and it affects me too. It affects me too because I'm still governed by English rules to an extent, you know, and in fact, I've got to be careful. I'm bound by two sets of rules: UK rules and another country's laws as well. I want to see people unite on this and stop bickering. You know, if anybody's willing to put any time into this, we're being, no matter how little or how big, I don't want people like in competition. Oh, I did more than you, blah blah. Every single little bit helps. There's going to be a big protest, and there is tensions are really high at the moment. And from what I've heard, there's about 5,000 people going to London tonight, with the police presence as well, to do with these knife attacks. With the police presence as well, and tension being so high at the moment, there is a very very high possibility of stuff going wrong tonight. Well, Paul, even Tommy Robinson said, just keep yourselves out of jail because the police will come down hard on you like a ton of bricks that were thrown at them during those riots. And he understands why people are angry. And you've got the right to be angry, but if you do go to fight with the police, you will end up in jail and be taken away from your family. And he knows that. But you know, people got to do what they got to do. You do what you think's right. All right, bare bones. I wonder if YouTube, this corner of YouTube, it can unite when it comes to certain things. It united when it came to the charity of that, that little charity like boxing show. The other thing, we're not all bad, even though I did some silly things myself. But fuck it, you live, you learn. But anybody, what's your opinions of what's gonna happen tonight, man? In which the police are giving out about the person that was arrested is they're allowing people to assume anything. So they're saying, please stop posting stuff on social media as to who it might be because the wrong person might be targeted. Well, put the fucking name up then, or the face of the person who did do it, so that way, one, we know that the person's in custody anyway, and two, the wrong person won't be, gone after. I know you got laws because he's under 18, but you don't mind breaking the laws when it comes to counter-terrorism, do you? Taking somebody in and under the Terrorism Act, seizing their phones and force them not allowing no comment. So maybe you should use that rule to show the identity, give us something back. The police give the people something back. We want to know who he is. Show us a little bit of trust, a bit of faith back, and it goes back. Trust is back and forth thing. We don't trust you no more. We don't trust the establishment to look after our best interests. And give us something back. Start working on winning the hearts and minds of the non-so-called far right. Just the people that want to do things right. Try to stop labelling us far right. Why not label the far right far right? I can't understand how. You see, I don't understand how every single copper who believes we're all far right. I don't believe that for a minute. I believe that some coppers probably voted for a Reform Party. Some coppers probably do agree with that Tommy Robinson stuff. They'll never ever admit it out loud amongst their colleagues. I don't know. At the end of the day, like, they brought this on themselves. I don't mind bending the knee for political reasons. I thought officials were supposed to remain non-political. It's inappropriate for them to comment on political, on anything political. Yet they bend the knee during the black BLM stuff. God forbid, they'd actually have to, a policeman come out and say, yeah, I understand why you're angry. I wouldn't want a ton of these people in my backyard either. Or they are living in my backyard. I can't do nothing about it either. Because the home of, whoa. Fucking hell. Biking car in front, I'm blocking the road. I've got a bike behind me. I can't go backwards. Chock-a-block, chock-a-block. Does anybody want to come on and talk about this at all? I'm not interested in arguing. Any arguing that just be kicked straight off. Talk and disagree and all that, but anyone raises their voice, bosh, they're gone. Anybody wants to jump on, the link's out there. I mean, personally, for me, I feel like the government has torn my family apart because we're very divided on this issue. Anybody want to jump on? Bosh, bosh, bosh. God, it must be 17 ghosts, 16. 15 ghosts out there, man. Come on, don't be scared, man. This is away from the YouTube drama. People can jump on. Oh. Big up, England. Ooh. Fancy jumping on, Mr. England? What's your position and all what's going on at the moment? 5,000 people protesting in London tonight. The tension's high. The riots just kicked off up north. What's your predictions? It's going to be tense, that's all I know, man. You could bloody cut the air with a knife. I'll tell you what, if I was a copper right now in London, I wouldn't want to do that job. Fuck that, man. The problem is you got 5,000. When 5,000 protesters go, that means potentially 5,000 anti-protesters will turn up, plus the police. Oh my God, man! Tonight could end up in a lot of bigger problems. The police have to come out and they have to ease the tension somehow. They're going to have to put their minds together, and they have to do a lot. They have to pass a lot of exams. They have to, use their fucking loafs. I think now's their time to find a strategy to keep everybody happy, even if it means them, the commissioner going up to the Home Office and saying, "We need your help to help your people because you are not helping us to help them." Watch the sub to this channel if you can. It's Paul Fope. He's a very, very dedicated activist. I want to see people putting their petty squabbles to one side, one about who said what, about who said, who, about, blah, blah, blah. There's a fucking countries in bloody crisis mode. People are more worried about who said what on bloody YouTube. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I had to send him money to put a comment up. He's got so many people following him just to get a comment read out. You have to send him a little bit of money, but that's obviously not what he's doing it for. I mean, yeah, he needs to get paid, but these movements, they don't come for free. That big protest that happened last week. The stage, all the organising, security, all that kind of shit. It doesn't just come from nowhere. It comes from organisations like that. I'm not sure what his website is. Does anyone know what his website is? They could put that link in there, man. What the fuck? Sean believes Paddy Pimblett will be one day become UFC champion as the baddie enters the top 15 in the rankings. So I got distracted. That's what I was talking about now. Has he got a website? Does anybody know? What's his Paul Fope? See, what he said was anybody can help, no matter how big or how small. When you go to these events, when the person to his right, I think I can't remember his name is Richard or something. He was ex-military, served in Northern Ireland in the 90s or something. And they used the example like, he's good at editing, good at this, but he couldn't fix a door hinge, taking 3 days if he'd done that. So, whether even if it's just sharing the, a channel or content from, people that have got experience in medics, security, people with people from all walks of life that go to these events. They can all, no matter how big or how small, they can all do a little bit, with them. Whether it's for my position, I can just use my channel to get these 19 people watching to, sub to Paul Fope, and then can get more traction and stuff like that. I'm still an English national. I'm still proud to be British. I've still got that fucking red, white, and blue in my veins. It ain't about me. It's about everybody. It's about my family. It's about your family. It's about our children, our grandchildren. You know, what kind of world do you want to grow up in? The schools are already trying to brainwash our children, trying to teach them that things that aren't all right are right. It's wrong. This shit has to stop from all platforms, from all different areas, being told to accept that it's okay for people to come over and wave the flag of the enemy in your backyard, but you can't wave your own flag. You know, they're trying to teach our children it's acceptable to cut your living knob off, for Christ's sake. I mean, what the hell's going on? Oh, hello there, the tea lady, Richard Inman, that's it. And Alaba Laura. That, see, when they're trying to take over a country, they do it. There's multiple methods. There's multiple big red flags. Look, one of the red flags is that they start trying to brainwash the children because they're the easiest to brainwash from a young age. They know what we tell them. They know what's put the. They know. Even if the teachers are telling them that it's all right to, you know, to dress up as a woman and walk around, you know, with your balls tucked up in your asshole, and you could chop them off if you're not happy with them. And you know, and they're trying to get parents to push this. That's not right. If none of us would be here if our parents were like that, would we? Danny Tormo, yeah, he's another one to sub to. Um, Waving the enemy flag in your street is accepted, but waving your own flag isn't. Being classed as far right just because you're right. I'm not being funny, but I probably would not have left England if this stuff was out. Hello, Kenzie. Hello, Jimmy. Here's got last night. Hello. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ, man. So I saw Paul Fope. He didn't want to react to the news straight away because he was too emotional, and that's why I've followed sort of his advice, because I know when I hear this kind of stuff, it really makes my blood boil, and I get so bloody angry. So I followed him, and I didn't really follow it much until I saw he went live. See, this isn't the first time it's happened, an attack on our children. The first massive red flag was the concert bombings in Manchester. They were targeting our children, for Christ's sake. We're busy lighting fucking candles. Yeah, I know, 3 baby girls. I know. It's. I don't see how the police can arrest anybody at that protest, knowing how angry and upset. Is it a crime to be human now? Is it a crime to not want to accept that? Oh dear. And because of the lack of trust with the police, due to, oh fuck.
Ôi mai ơi, tôi quanh, ôi tít nền rất đấy nó.
It was peaceful, well, until the man with the knife turned up. Yeah, they were saying like tonight when their protest goes ahead in London, they were saying that not just to be aware of police trying to provoke you, but and the other side, the lefties, but also provocateurs they call them, people in the crowd with one agenda, and that's to get the crowd. You see them at football matches and stuff like that. They're really good at getting the crowd going. You got to remember, like if you choose to fight with the police, you will end up getting nicked, and you will go to prison, all for a night worth of trying to get your point across, which you can get your point across without going to prison. I mean, personally, um, unless it's an organised, unless it's an organised launch, then it's no worth just hurling a few bricks and stones. Ain't gonna do nothing. Reminds me of Northern Ireland, to be honest, back when I was growing up. Fancy popping on, Kenzie? If anybody wants to vent as well, like on that Paul vote thing, you can vent on here. I've got no problem with that, man. Just as long as as long as we don't turn on each other. We need to unite in these situations, not fight each other. God, geez, I've got children, I've got nephews, I've got nieces in England. And like that could easily just be one of mine. One of mine. It could be one of anybody's. Okay, well, if anyone's got a problem with being in Thailand and commenting, imagine like I lived in England and I had family in, say, Argentina when the Falklands kicked off. I'd be just as worried. Press like that. Mr. E, Abigail called you out. To be honest, Jimmy, I've lost for words. Feels pointless. Come out here and vent if you want, Kenzie. Catch that, I'm going to spend time. Yeah, good one. I'll do that, man. Thanks for coming on, man. This chat can turn a bit toxic at times. I'll need a mod in here every now and then. It's all right when it's just me talking. If there's someone on the panel, I need a mod in the chat. I'll see you later. Take care. I'm going to end this now anyway. Be interested in what happens tonight, man. And if I'll tell you the truth, if I was in London, or if I was in England, I would go down there tonight. Man. Well, I'm a little bit out of the way at the moment, so it's not that easy. Anybody else going live? Anybody that goes down there, my thoughts are with you. Best wishes, all the best. Stay strong. Look after each other. Bye bye.